Okay, so getting your merchant services account set up, that's just a fancy way of saying, how are you going to process a credit card? Okay, so, there's a third party system here that allows you to process the credit card and then they process it. They take a small fee out and then it gets transferred to your bank account, normally in 1 to 2 business days and stuff like that. So, which merchant service should you choose? Now, some of the high advanced EMR and CRM systems may have credit card processing through there, or it may be linked up through an online kind of like account that's similar to Stripe or something like that, or Apple Pay or anything like that. But what we did, I actually started out. Remember, I was processing credit cards through my iPhone at first, so I actually went through Intuit Go card payment, and I got a mobile card reader to access my payments directly to my phone. It went straight to a QuickBook account, and then it got transferred to my bank. So when I started out with this also, it did recognize that I was, it asked me as you're setting up the account whether you're a healthcare provider, because it does attach a certain code to that to use HSA accounts and flex spending accounts too. So when someone swipes the card there, that it recognizes that it is healthcare, and it allows you to use flex spending accounts. So that's a little key tidbit to look into as you are setting up your merchant services account. Make sure that's in there too. The key thing with this is going to check your rates. What is the fees that this merchant service is going to set up? Some people are high as 3%. I've seen 2.7 before. And so they kind of get you because there's 3 tiers here. They'll have a monthly fee, they'll take a percentage of revenue, and maybe a charge per transaction. So you have to look at each one and see what is the best for my clinic. Now, when I started with Intuit, my fee was, I think it's $20 a month. It was 1.7% of the top line, and it's 20 cents per transaction. So you don't have to think about this necessarily like right now starting out. Find out what your max capacity is. Just say $23,000 a month or $25,000 a month. And what would your fees look like if you have that much in sales? Like we pay probably $1,000 a month or more on credit card merchant services fees with the $20 a month with the 1.7 across line plus per transaction. Our fees are almost to $1,000 a month just from merchant services and stuff like that. So pay attention to the fees, pay attention to the percent. Right now, we are still in the dinosaur amount of 1.7, but I did get a notice from QuickBooks that they are going to raise that on me next year to like 2.5 or something like that. So our rate is going up. I'm not going to get that 1.7. That 1.7 is probably unheard of nowadays. But the main point is, as you're looking into a merchant services setup account, pay attention to the monthly fee, the percentage of what they're going to take, and the cost per transaction. And then don't think about it just starting out. Think about it as, okay, when I'm doing 25,000 a month in sales, what are my numbers gonna look like with this? And then you can choose the best amount for you in that and stuff like that. So some people will have this already integrated into stuff. Stripe does take like 3. I believe Stripe takes 3.0, so it is more expensive to have that online one. I still like processing the credit card at the time. I want to go the cheapest way possible so I can save the most amount of money. So we're still using the Intuit Go payment through a iPad now. And we get to swipe credit cards that way, or even take Apple Pay, HSA accounts, flex spending, anyway that. So we have it nice and easy set up. And that's the main thing there. So look at what the merchant service offers, see what their fees are. And that's the most important thing here with that. Once you get that set up, whether it's through an iPad, whether it's through your iPhone, either way, you'll be able to start accepting credit card payments and getting that money transferred to the bank.